Who's ready for an adventure? Morning. Just a little bit before dawn right now, and the mosquitoes got me up as per usual, so I'm just making myself some breakfast. I've got some crayfish cooking away. I'm also going to have some cattail shoots and rhizomes. I've decided that I'm going to take a little trip this morning for my fish. Go to a little creek that flows into the lake southeast of here. So, well, I got the crayfish out, emptied the minnow trap, so I'm going to put a little more bread in there, bring it to the creek, leave it probably for the day and overnight, go back tomorrow hopefully, and see if I have some minnows, because so far I haven't had much luck with minnows. Just with crayfish, but you know what? I have 4 juicy crayfish waiting for my breakfast. So anyways, I'm going to eat that up, and then I'll be out on the water doing some fishing. Getting a late start this morning, relatively speaking. Had to take the minnow trap door off and then put it back on, which took a surprising amount of time. Just a lot of finicky little precision movements with the wires. Got a stick to drive into the ground as well once we get to the creek. But we're out here now. Found the area where I think I'm going to go ahead and set up my minnow trap today. Just up a creek, so where it's narrowed, hopefully the minnows will concentrate. Just gonna drive my stake in there. Get my freshly rebaited pop bottle minnow trap. So I'm going to leave this overnight and see if I can get a nice collection of minnows. Generally speaking, I find creeks are the way to go for minnow traps. They're just more concentrated. Oh, the bird's escaping on me. Okay, when that happens. Back in there, rascal. Alright. Should be set up nicely now. Only thing would be if a beaver or a moose comes along or something and disrupts that. But I'm going to trust them not to, and if they do, then hopefully they will have the common decency to reset it and allow me to catch some minnows. Anyways, so this is going here. Slip that over. Another benefit of being in the creek is it's a little more sheltered. So if I get a storm or something, it's probably not going to get wavy and disrupt that. Anyway, so now I just need to fight my way back out. Just come across a little wild edible here. So these are yellow pond lilies or cow lilies. And this guy right here has been fertilized, that's the flower, and the flower is going to seed. Now I know the seeds are edible. This is not something I've tried before, but no time like the present. So I'm going to collect this one here. And I've already grabbed one. Just wasn't sure if it was ready or not, so I cracked it open, and that's what it looks like inside. So I don't know if they're ready yet, but I have these two. I know where they are. I know where there are a few patches of these, so I can come back for more when the time is right. So you can see they're all over here. So I'm going to give that a try, and we'll see how it goes. Found a nice perch area using a daredevil spoon, and that's a hefty perch. My third one on the day, all right around here. So I'm gonna keep trying, see if I can get a few more. Have to say, I love the taste of perch. There's just not a ton of meat on them usually, but a few of these guys, and I'll be eating a nice perch lunch. Beautiful. I had a successful morning this morning. I went out there, caught 5 perch. A few of them were decent size. Bringing them back, just cooking them up for lunch right now. I also harvested a couple of the cow lily seed pods, and I'm going to let these dry for a few days or however long it takes. Apparently after that you could break them open and the seeds can be popped like popcorn, so I'm excited to try that. The afternoon's job is going to be a cattail harvest. So I'm hoping that I only have to do this one plus one more, and that should get me through. I might have to do one more after that, but we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when the time comes. So I just need to get some food in me right now, and it's just about 11 o'clock, wearing on in the morning, so it'll be a tiring afternoon, and I'm definitely going to need a nap when I'm done that. I also set my minnow trap in the creek, so I'll probably go back tomorrow, weather permitting, and that'll give me a good chance to see if I've got some minnows, first of all, to harvest a few more cow lily seed capsules, and also explore that area a little further for fishing. It was good fishing today. I caught 5 perch in not too long. I've caught a couple pike there before, and I saw a pike and a rather large bass following my spoon, so definitely worth another try. It's really nice. I've been having the opportunity to explore a little further, really get a feel for the weed structure and the cover and all that sort of stuff in the surrounding area, whereas before I had just been fishing a couple areas that were close by. Now that I've got some food secured though, with those fish on the stringer, I'm able to venture out knowing that I do have that food source, that source of energy available to me when I come back, so I can risk more, and as a result I'm gaining knowledge, and it's really nice to see, and just keep building on it, and I'll gradually build a bigger and bigger mental map of the area and get an idea of where the food sources are. They're getting close. I decided to pick 2 that looked like they were ready. Let's see how they taste. Not bad. They could use a little more ripening, but we're getting there. This is very exciting. I've been waiting for these berries ever since I got here. Despite finding my rhythm out here, I had continued to lose weight, and it was time to cut another hole in my belt. Here we go. Arriving at today's harvest site. This is a new patch. Substrate seems sandy and rocky. So I had clay the first time, real muck and detritus the second time, decomposing matter. This one, we shall see. The truth. Feels like a good substrate. Yeah, I like this one. I'm just tearing up those rhizomes so far, but I guess I need to use the shovel more. This is a nice sandy bottom. Good substrate for this, I think. I'm just going to be working away here for a while, and I'll get a nice supply of cattails. Get off me. No freeloaders. No free rides. Where'd that go? That's off me, I think. This is my total haul for this afternoon. I picked an additional 20 shoots on top of the rhizomes that I pulled up. Now, I worked for an hour and 45 minutes to get that much, and about an hour and a half of that was working on one section that was all connected and had so many different branches. Every time I thought I was getting close, it would branch off 2 or 3 more times. So it was a good bit of work. In terms of the substrate, that one was fairly good. It took some work to get out, not as much as the clay. And I think it's going to be a lot faster processing than the last one, which was very easy to pull the rhizomes out, but difficult to process. Toss them up on the rocks here, let them dry in the sun for a little bit, and then process them either this evening or tomorrow. So that is the mass conglomeration of rhizomes that took me about an hour and a half to unearth. There it is. Should be a good bit of food for me though. I've now separated today's cattail harvest into 3 piles. The rhizomes pile, those will be left to dry for this afternoon and perhaps tomorrow, and then I will further process them and cook them. The being used, or going up to my camp pile, which is the shoots. So these will go in the food storage container. And then also these new rhizomes, which are the light color. So we've got a big one here, a smaller one there. I'm going to have those for dinner tonight for a couple reasons. One, I'm not sure how long they'll last. They're not as tough as the older orange rhizomes. And also they're delicious and I just want to eat them right now. Third pile is the slough pile. So that's leaves, rotten rhizomes, other nasty stuff that I don't want. So that'll be discarded. And that is all I'm going to do for today. I think I'm going to head up to my camp and have a little nap, recharge my batteries, and wake up for dinner. It's been a good day so far. Hello there. It's into the early evening now. I just got up from a glorious nap. Got about 3.5 hours of deep, undisturbed sleep, which is the best sleep I've had in a few days anyways, since Canada Day I think. Feeling, I don't know, I wouldn't call it refreshed, but that felt good. Now it's time for me to take a couple fish, head to the mainland, walk Roy, clean the fish, come back here for dinner. It's got a bit of a wind picked up by now, so I'm gonna head out there and hope it's not too much for me. This is the sort of thing, it's coming and going, so I don't know, the sooner I do this the more comfortable I am, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Skittish mergans are up ahead. They'll freak out on me any second now, as mergansers tend to do. Oh, run, run, run! Feel that I burned my back today. A little sore and toasty. First burn of the trip so far as I'm aware, which is surprising, but it's alright. It'll fade. It's not too bad. It would be worse if it was shoulders. It's just mid-back. We're reaching the end of another successful day. I had a great day today. I was up regular time, wasn't out on the water as early as normal because I cooked up a breakfast of crayfish, so that just took a little extra time. Did a cattail harvest, in a new area with a new substrate, and I think that one, well, I'll have to wait and see what the total yield is and how long it takes to process them, but I think that one's a good substrate. Easier to get things out than clay, less mess than the last one I did, which was quite mucky. So I'm happy with that. Had a really good nap, got some sun. Now I just had a great dinner, fish, and the fresh rhizomes. So things are just winding down, getting ready for bed, and then it's going to be up again with the dawn tomorrow for another big day. So I've had a string of really good days. I'm really happy with how this week has gone. I definitely feel like I'm getting the hang of things. I'm getting things figured out. I'm being productive, and yeah, just enjoying it. That's the important thing. I'm just really having fun with this now, and it's nice to see, because for the first while it was a lot of work without a lot of joy. Now it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of joy as well. Good evening. Mosquitoes are pretty bad tonight. It's warm and still, and it was hot today with the south wind, and that seems to do it. We had a nice little respite for a few days with the north wind that brought the cold weather, but that's gone now, and they're back to how they were a few days ago, or a few nights ago. So I think I might head out in the canoe, do a little fishing, because sleep is not going to happen right now, and there's no point just sitting around. I might as well see if I can get some more food. Success. Got myself a walleye here. Unfortunately, it is in the slot size I've marked in tape. It needs to go back into the water to get a little bigger. Go spawn, young one. Come back when you're 24 inches or more.